I will be using the Smeg Juicer today to make this refreshing detox green juice, perfect for starting your morning. There are 6 ingredients, including green apple, cucumber, green peppers, celery, ginger, and lemon. After washing the ingredients, cut them into small pieces. The Smeg Juicer is an auger juicer that crushes the ingredients to extract the juice. Let's start juicing now. I like to start with the harder ingredients, such as the Granny Smith apple, and I'm just going to drop them slowly, piece by piece, into the juicer. And I'm just using the stick to push the ingredients into the juicer. Next, I'm putting in the green peppers. I find that alternating the harder ingredients, such as the celery and apple, with the softer ingredients, such as the cucumber and the green peppers, will enable me to get the most juice out of the ingredients. And let's check. At this point, we already have quite a lot of beautiful looking green juice collecting at the bottom with a little bit of froth. And you will notice that my lever is in the closed position, so there's not a lot of pulp coming up. So we'll continue with the juicing. Next, we're going to put in some of the celery. And I'm just going to speed up the video a little bit, but of course you should wait and not put in all your ingredients all at once. You should put them in one at a time in order to allow the juicer to extract the juice from each piece. I would say ginger is a must-have for any type of veggie or green juice because it balances out the grassiness of the green vegetables. So the ginger does make the juice a little bit spicy. It adds a little bit of heat, but I think it actually makes it taste better. So we can see that we've got some juice now. I've released that so that there's room for more ingredients. Now I'm going to juice the other half of the ingredients. And at this point, I'm going to turn the lever from the closed position to the half open position to allow more of the pulp to be expelled from the machine. Again, to allow room for the rest of the ingredients to go into the juicer. And what a beautiful emerald green we have here. Just going to add that into my collecting jug. And you can see the pulp being ejected here on the side. And you've noticed I haven't put in the lemon yet because I find my good old trusty citrus juicer will extract more of the lemon juice than putting it into the Smeg machine. So I'm just going to use this citrus juicer to juice my lemons. The lemon adds a refreshing twist to the juice, so it's also one of my staples. Of course, you can vary the ingredients depending on your likes and dislikes. Some people like to use bitter melon, but I'm not a big fan of it, so I don't. And here we have a very refreshing detox green juice. Delicious too. It's actually quite palatable. Cheers! Store any leftover juice in a plastic or glass container. Do not use a stainless steel container. And I usually keep in the fridge for no longer than a day. And with your leftover lemon peels, you can keep that in the fridge to freshen your fridge for an hour or two before discarding. And if you like a sweeter tasting juice, you can always use regular apples instead of the Granny Smith. Now, before you go, I want to show you some tips and tricks with using the Smeg Juicer. So the best part of this juicer, I think, is actually the easy cleanup, because I've had other juicers before, and trust me, if the cleanup takes forever or is difficult, you're not going to want to use it very often. But this Smeg Juicer is extremely easy to clean, and it's probably one of the biggest advantage, aside from, of course, looking good on your kitchen counter. I think compared to other juicer, it probably extracts less juice because you will see the leftover pulp is still quite moist. So that would be one of the downsides to using this juicer. But going back to the cleanup, basically after disassembling it, I try to get all the big bits of pulp out of the juicer first, using either my fingers or the brushes that are provided with the machine. So I'm just going to get all the big pieces out first. So I'm dumping all the pulp into this big bowl for easy discarding. So now, after getting all the big pieces of pulp out, I will discard them. And then I'm gonna turn on the tap and rewash everything under running water. You can use soapy water as well, but I find that just clear water is sufficient for cleaning. So I start with the least dirtiest parts first. As you can see, the shoot part, as well as the outer ring. And then I get to the dirtier parts one by one, such as this part, the auger part. And I wash out all the little bits and pieces with the brush. I find immersing the strainer in the water the easiest way to get all the little bits and pieces out with the brush. And the machine comes with two strainer sizes. This is the fine strainer, which I use to make green juice. There's also a coarse strainer, which I will show you in a second, which you can use if you want to have a little bit of a thicker juice. And the trick is to clean the fine brush with the coarse brush to get all the little bits and pieces out. So after your parts have dried, it's time to reassemble, and I'll just quickly show you how it's done. So you put the auger part into the strainer and then both of those parts into this holding piece, and you can rotate the auger until it fits into the little indent of the outer piece, and that sets it in place. And you will see that at the bottom there's this piece there with the hexagon that goes into the hole at the bottom of the plastic piece. And if you look closely into the plastic piece, there are 4 indents as well along the bottom ring. This is the lever, and you want to make sure it's in the closed position because that's the only way that it will fit back onto the main stand of the machine on the motor. So we're just pressing it in until everything clicks into place. You might have to rotate it so that the parts fit into those 4 holes that I showed you earlier at the bottom of the base. And then you can put the chute or the neck part in, and you will see that there are these little protrusions that allows you to screw the cap and secure it onto the plastic piece. And on the base you can see that protruding hexagon which goes into the center, and you rotate the piece until it fits onto the base and the arrows face each other. Make sure the lever is in the closed position because, as I said, that's the only way it'll fit in. And just to show you, there's an on and reverse. So if something gets stuck, you can use the reverse function. And that's all for today. I hope you like my recipe. Let me know if you have any other juicer machines that you would recommend. Thanks for watching.